Hey everyone, welcome to Palmetto Cats Live, where we unpack the anglers of YouTube. Tonight, unfortunately, I'm going to be by myself. I was supposed to have Norm from Catfish Headhunters in the house tonight, and we were good to go all up until about half an hour ago. And he had something come up, and that's just life. Sometimes things happen, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough time for me to find another guest. So tonight we're just gonna have a short question and answer session. We'll just chat and we'll make the best of it, and we'll do what we can do. I didn't want to go 2 weekends without a show, so anyway, you got me. That's it. So if you want to hit that end button or go to another video, I'll sure understand. I was really looking forward to chatting with Norm and getting to know him and really getting more about who Norm is and what's behind the name Catfish Headhunters. But we'll reschedule it for another day. I love Norm to death. He's a good guy. And Norm is not one of those people, those of you who watch his channel, he's not one of those people that, just don't own up to their responsibilities. So I'm sure, he told me what happened, but I'm sure that it was really important and that we'll get him back on here another day. Anyway, just want to send a shout out to everybody in chat. I'm going to go back to who was first in here. Old Stan. I see Sampy, Mike Murillo, Rex Blocker. How you doing? Fishing with the chat. Avid Fisherman. Um, let's see who else is in here. Tim Molina. I'm not giving people $20, Tim. Big Country Catfishing. How you doing? Brian Maynard. We've been chatting back and forth. Let's see here. Who else is in here? Catfishing Crappy. Hey, Mark. How you doing? Jason Lamb. Betty Jean. Catfish and Pappy, Catfish Weekly. Hey, Lyle, how you doing? There's my wife, Mike Turner, LG Bass. Welcome, everybody. So it's just me tonight. If you're just coming in, unfortunately, Norm had something come up. And hey, D, we're just gonna move on. We're gonna have a good time. I'll go ahead and give y'all a COVID update. As some of you know, I've been down for a couple weeks. I was diagnosed with COVID-19. And man, let me tell you, COVID-19 is no joke. It's no joke. I don't care if anyone knows that I had it or have it or however that works out. I just want to tell all y'all that it's no joke. And if you thought it was a hoax or whatever, I'm here to tell you firsthand. And my wife will tell you because she got it herself. It's no joke. It'll take you down. It does affect people differently, as we both discovered when I got it. It was started off as a cough, and then by the time it really got to me, it nailed me to the floor, or should I say, it nailed me to the bed. I slept. I came home, and I knew something was up, and I went and lay down in the bed, and I woke up about 8 a.m. the next morning. I went to bed around 11:30 a.m. the previous day. So Wednesday, I went to bed around 11:30 a.m. and I woke up around 8 a.m. the next morning. It was no joke. It knocked me to my core, and I slept for a good 2 days. Woke up, went and got tested, and heard back pretty quickly, probably in a day and a half, that I was in fact positive. And lost the smell, lost the taste. Very, very weak, chest pains, back pains. I mean, you name it. I had just about all of the symptoms that you hear about. And, I'm feeling better. I'm got my stamp of approval to go back to work and do all normal people things. But still experiencing weird things, like still got some headaches every once in a while, and some chest pain and grogginess. Grogginess is a big thing. Just lack of motivation to do things. And I was supposed to go fishing. I was gonna go fishing Saturday morning, and I woke up 5 a.m. and I didn't want to go. You heard that right. I just did not want to go. And those of you who know how much I love fishing, that's rare for me. to not want to go. I had the boat hooked up in the yard, ready to go, batteries charged, and I just didn't want to go. And then this morning, the storms. We had storms this morning, and so I didn't go this morning. But anyway, that's the update. I'm doing much better now. Anna is a trooper. She's two things. Either she's stronger than me and she can take it better than I am, and I'm a big wimp, or she just didn't have the same symptoms. And I think that was her case. She didn't have the same symptoms. So she's, even though she can't go back to work yet, we're still socially distancing from each other. Actually, her and I, we haven't been within like 4 or 5 feet of each other, which sucks. But we've been disinfecting surfaces and making sure that we're trying to be as healthy as we can. So anyway, Muskrat, how you doing, man? Muskrat, hope you're feeling better, brother. John Savioli, how you doing? Yeah, I'm on the mend. She is tougher, Chad. She's tougher. Chesapeake Bay Fishing, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. Pastor Sean, I wish we could have been there today, man. I wish we could have been there, but I think we're gonna do church from home for a couple weeks, just to make sure that we get all healed up and everything. And anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Sampy, let's see if I miss anybody else. Who else came in? Oh, Chunky Cats Fishing came in here. Just a bunch of regulars. I know there's 44 people in here watching. Mike Irvin, how you doing? I know you guys are just hanging back, and that's cool. Richard L. Zakami Jr., how you doing? And we got people watching from Facebook. Ronnie Poland, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Betty, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, so we've, those of you, hey Ozark, Jason, yeah, those of you who hadn't had any experience with it, I'm here to tell you. And I'm conservative, and you guys can gain from who I am and what I put out, which way I lean on political views and things like that. But I'm telling you, being conservative is no, and I'm not going to get all political, but being conservative is no excuse not to be safe. Wear your mask, stay away from people that are sick, because it's no joke. It'll knock you down, and there's lasting effects after you get it too. I'm gonna tell you, like, even though I'm pretty much over it, but you really don't want to deal with it, and that's the last I'm gonna say. I don't want this to turn into a COVID talk or a political talk or anything like that. I'm just here to tell you, and I'm sure there's some, I'm not going to tell their business, but there's some people in chat that I know are dealing with the same thing, and they'll tell you that it's no joke. So keep yourself safe. Keep yourself safe. Let's see. D's in here. Bobby Newton. Yeah, man. Thanks. I'm feeling, and I want to say thank you also. Hey, Bobby. Janice, Kentucky. How you doing? Cody, Ohio. How you doing? Listen, it warms my heart that I had all these messages, whether it was in the chat rooms or and I missed a week of shows. I just could not. I didn't even want to get on the computer. I didn't check my phone. Usually I'm sitting here like on my phone. Ooh, another subscriber or a message or something like that. I didn't pick it up for 2 days, y'all. Not 2 days. I didn't go in any live streams. I did go in Chunky's one night because Michael Murillo, hey Lori, how you doing? Yeah, I'm feeling better. Fishing with Squirrel, how you doing? Somebody told me, I think it was Mike Murillo, told me that Chunky was wearing my shirt and he was repping it. So I wanted to go in there and just see it. And I went in there for about 5 seconds and I was back in bed. So I'm sorry if I missed some of your shows. It wasn't on purpose, or it was on purpose, but I didn't want to put it that way. But anyway, back to the point. Thank you so much for the prayers. Some of you even told me, and Norm was one of them. Norm sent me a text and he said, I'm not a big praying man, but I prayed for you. And y'all, that meant so much to me. Not just from him, but from all the other people that were texting me and worried about it, and Lyle and a bunch of other people. I'm not going to even start. Let me stop naming names, because there was a bunch of people that follow my channel and just are in this community that just started texting me and messaging me and everything. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot that you would even care enough to send a personal text or an email. So that really means a lot. Those of you who don't know, we had a bunch of people doing that for us, not just me, but Anna. And I'm sure that the other couple people in here that are dealing with it are getting the same treatment. Man, that means a lot. Cat Snatch Fever, how you doing? Let's see. I love that name, Cat Scratch Fever. Hey, Jay, question mark. Maurice Cason's in the house. How you doing, Maurice? So channel update. I just put out a video yesterday about a cutting board. And I'm not going to, well, I might as well. I made a cutting board yesterday. And I really didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get up. I didn't have the energy to do it, but I made myself do it. I went out and made a new cutting board yesterday. It's a black plastic one. If you've seen the green one on my boat, it's the same, but it's black. And so I got the idea from Keith Fishing and Stuff's channel. Go check his channel out. If someone wants to put that in there, I'd appreciate that. But if you go check his channel out, he does a lot more precise job of putting it together and a lot cleaner job than I did. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Hey, One Over Outdoors. I'm gonna stop my train of thought for a minute. Congratulations to John from One Over Outdoors. He's out fishing right now, but he just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm sure he's over it by now. But man, congratulations, John. He's not from exactly where I'm from, but he's in South Carolina, and we fish a lot of the same water sometimes. And it's good just to see somebody making it and doing a great job. And John works really hard and does a good job, and he's a good family man. And I'm just so happy for him. I tried to share it out, but he didn't need my help. I just shared it out for him. But yeah, man, if y'all haven't checked out One Over Outdoors, go check him out. Good old country boy from Columbia area, and he fishes Santee Cooper a lot and catches some big cats and brim and bass and a lot of different things. Anyway, go check him out. Congratulations, buddy. If I never saw some. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, congratulations, man. So anyway, yeah, so I made this cutting board, and Michael Murillo saying never seen somebody move so fast with sandpaper. That's the power of editing and Apple. I hit the fast forward on it. But yeah, I made this cutting board for a couple reasons. Number one, since I got the new boat and the videos have been coming out, and especially the newer videos where I kind of strap the GoPro to my chest and I'm moving around the boat, people have seen the cutting board. And so questions have started to come in like, where'd you get that from? Or how is that mounted? Or, question A, B, whatever. So I was like, well, I guess I'll make one, because I was answering these questions, and then I had someone say they wanted to buy one, and someone that wanted to learn how to make one. So I'm not I told Anna yesterday, I said, I hate doing DIYs because I'm terrible with tools. I really am. I have a few of them, and I learned how to use a few of them, but I'm not really good at using them. So, anybody who does like DIY projects, and I'm sure Keith and, Chris Flores and other people, they can attest to this. They probably get people that comment and say stuff like, oh, you should have done this, or you're using that wrong, or this setting, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't want that to happen. So I don't really like to do DIYs, but this will seem to work out okay. I mean, I don't know. It seems to be going over well. But I built the board, and at the end, if you didn't watch all the way to the end, this is what you missed. The channel is growing at a steady pace, and I'm surprised, and I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised that it's growing so quickly. So everybody does these 1,000 giveaway things, and one over is going to give away like 2 rod and reels and bloodline tackle and all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't got it like that, but I'm going to give away that cutting board that I made in the video. It's something that I made with my own 2 hands, and it seems to be various amount of interest in it. So that's going to be a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Sometime in September, I have a few apps that measure the boring stuff, metrics, things like that, that tell you analytics and where you're going and future progress and when you're going to do this and that, milestones. And so one of them says that around September 11th, I should be getting close to 1,000 subscribers. And so that's going to be the giveaway, is that board. And I didn't do a few things to it. I didn't cut the holes for the pliers or the slit for the bait knife, and I didn't mount the Scotty mount on the bottom like I have on mine, because I want the person who wins it to be able to modify it to fit their needs. And we have a lot of bank fishermen in the chat, like Avid. He bank fishes. I know Paris bank fishes. There's a bunch of people in here that bank fish. And so maybe they want to just have it as is. They don't want to mount it because it has sides on it. Maybe they can just put it on a bucket and take it with them. Or maybe you're a boat fisherman and you want it to mount on your boat, but you use a ram mount. You want to use a ram mount instead of a Scotty rod holder. Anyway, so there's various different reasons I did it the way I did it. Probably the laziest reason, or the reason, number one reason I did it the way I did, is for laziness. And we'll attribute that to COVID-19. You know, it really does. It really does take you down, man. It just knocks you to your core. Let's see if I'm making it. Hey, Katie Collins, thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Let's see who else. Anna said, watch him hit 1,000 on my 40th birthday. Yeah. So we're gonna have on that weekend, September 13th. Anna's birthday is the 14th, but we're gonna do a crab boil. A low country boil is what we call it, but we're gonna add crabs to it. And so we're doing a low country boil, which has shrimp, it has potatoes, it has corn, it has sausage, and mix all that in with Old Bay and garlic and pepper and all that good stuff, lemons, and then we're going to throw in some snow crab legs and cook that up on the live stream. So check that out. I'm really starting to like these cooking live streams. And I told Anna, I said, you know what? People seem to like it too. We should just do that every Sunday. We should just cook and be live in the kitchen. And she shut me down. You know, I'm going to loud her out. She shut me down. She'll probably come in here and throw something at me, but that's okay. She said, we can't do it every Sunday. And she's right. She's right. That's too much. Just to come up with something every weekend to cook, that'd be tough. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, everybody. Thank you, Paris, for doing that. Hit the thumbs up. Mike Turner, how you doing? Thank you for helping out. Mike Murillo, let me see. Maybe I want to cut bologna and cheese sandwich on it too. There you go. Why not? Let's see. Kate Collins, she's from Kentucky too. Man, we got a lot of people from Kentucky in here. Katie, the guy we were supposed to have on tonight, is also from Kentucky, Catfish Headhunters. So you're in good company. I think Chad and Dee and Cody are all from Kentucky. Who else am I missing? There's a lot of other people. Jim Catman Outdoors is from Kentucky. Lots of people. Let's see. Wayne Harris, how you doing? Had that last night. Oh, he had crab legs last night. All right. Thank you, Stan, for sharing that. Mike Greenwell, the bumping machine. What do you say? Oh, I've had to net fish before while stuffing my sandwich in my mouth. Hey man, whatever you got to do, brother. Cooking live streams make me hungry. Yeah, Anna's actually in there cooking something right now, um, for us tonight. Cool. Bill of Rights, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Austin Davidson's from Kentucky. Chris Stiegman, how you doing, buddy? Well, so I am going to do a few giveaways tonight. I felt kind of bad that we're not going to have, a chance to grill Norman out, and I did have some great questions for him. So, well, I think they're great questions. So I'm going to give a few things out tonight, and while giving them out, I'm going to shout out a couple people, and one of them is actually the manufacturer of one of the things I'm going to give away. So stay tuned for that. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't shared it. I'm only gonna stay in here as long as it's interesting. Once it starts going downhill, I'm gonna get out while the getting's good. But look, let's use this night as a question and answer. If you have any questions about previous videos I've done, upcoming live streams, any questions about the channel, please put them in the chat. I'll answer them. Let's use this night as a get to know me night. If for those of you who don't know me, excuse me. That's another side effect of COVID. You get a lot of gas, I guess you can say. is that okay to say? Yeah, you have a lot of gas from COVID. Yeah, Norm had to cancel me, unfortunately. Something about well, I'm not gonna put his business out there, but it's nothing major. His health is fine. Let me put it that way. Something just came up, and life hits you sometimes, and you really don't have a chance to avoid it. Let's see, Mr. Gadget Fishing. How many hats have you caught in your net? I've actually caught 3 or 4 in my net, but only one because the fish knocked my hat off. I just put out a video yesterday, but the video I put out earlier this week, if you didn't watch it, about a little more than half of the way through, I catch about a 28-pound blue catfish. And as I'm leaning down to pick the fish up, it flips its tail and knocks my hat off of my head and into the lake. No lie. So if you were skimming through the video or you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch that. It's hilarious. If I could go back and do it again, I would put that out at it, knock my hat off in the water, and then I would do it again, and it would be in slow motion so we can see the hat flip across the screen and into into the water. It was unique. And here's the hat. Actually, it's still got slime on it. That's all slime from being knocked in the water. It's a good question. Let's see. I got to scroll back up. Let's see. Why don't Anna fish with you much? Well, Anna got a different job. Well, it's been a while, but she works for a storage company, and she works on the weekends. Well, she works every day, but Thursdays and Sundays. And so she also has her own hobbies too. So on Thursdays, she has a huge garden in the backyard. She has a bucket garden. She really doesn't do much with YouTube, even though she has a channel. But she's really big on Instagram, and she's getting more and more followers every day. So if you want to check it out, it's Little Buckets of Sunshine. And so on Thursdays, that's kind of like her day to be in the garden and spend all day back there planting and picking and pruning and feeding and all the garden stuff. So Sundays we go to church. We set aside that day to be spent with God, and so we go to church. Now we haven't gone the past 2 weekends because we've been sick, but we still set aside that day. We watch online, and sometimes if we're watching, and I say sometimes, just during COVID, we've watched the sermon from the water, and we have been fishing out. But a lot of those times, when we go out on the boat, we go riding around, or it's just time together. And catfishing just really isn't her thing. She likes to fish for shellcracker and brim with bobbers and cane poles, or we call them brim busters. So once that season comes back around in March and April, you'll see her on the boat a lot more. Catfishing, she just doesn't really get much into. So I hope that answers the question. Let's see. Stan is posting the links tonight. All right. All right. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. If I missed your question, go ahead and say the question again. So that way you guys can I won't have to sit here and scroll back through. So I saw one about the boat. I can't remember what it was. So if you had a question about the boat, go ahead and post that again. And I'll go ahead and show you one of the giveaways tonight is going to be a bait towel. And this is not just any bait towel. This is a custom bait towel. It has a carabiner on it. Largest brim Anna's caught. She's caught some big shell cracker now. Maybe a little over a pound. Yeah, she's caught some big ones. This one's black, and woo! Look at that! It has the Palmetto Cats logo on it. That's sweet, isn't it? That's sweet. So, here's my brother. What did he say? Fix the trim problem on the motor. All right. So those of you who saw my last boat, it was a low 17-foot low bass boat, and I gave it to my brother after I got the pontoon boat, and he just got the trim thing fixed on it. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. What editing software do I use? I use Apple iMovie, because it's free on my MacBook, and I like it. There's a lot of things you can do with it that people don't know. So I constantly watch YouTube videos to learn new techniques. Yeah, the school bus in that last video was really cool. And I told Anna, I said, so much happened on that trip that I could make a couple videos out of it, because I do it myself too. Sometimes on a long video, I'll scan through, to the fish or whatever. But this video I put out earlier this week, I caught a rig that I busted off. I caught a nice catfish. My hat got kicked off the boat by the catfish, and there was a pontoon boat that looked like a school bus on the lake. So there was a lot of YouTube worthy things in that video. So if you didn't, I'm gonna close the door. Give me a second. If you didn't have a chance to watch that whole video, go back. It'll be worth it. I promise you. What app do you use for my stats? Well, the YouTube Studio app, obviously, and then there's one called Tube Buddy, TUBE Buddy, and then there's one called Social Blade. Norm actually showed me Social Blade. What do you look for when picking the best bank fishing spot? I don't bank fish a lot, but I've heard a lot of people say that they use the Navionics app. So they'll use the Navionics app to look for structure in the water and depth of the water. So I would check that out. There's a free version of it, but even if you buy the app, I think it's $14.99 a year. So it's very worth it. It is a sweet towel. So that towel was made by Chucky Ouvry. And if you go to my Facebook page, I shared his post, and he sells those towels. He'll do your logo or whatever you want on those towels, and he'll do 2 for $10. Go check him out. Chucky Ouvry. Who does your music effects and graphics? Go find your old video and just hear the song being played. I search the internet a lot. I look for all these stuff. And, although I can't really give you the exact website right off the top of my head, there's a bunch of free ones out there. You just got to go Google it. And you'll find these websites that have free downloads. And basically, they're donation sites, and you donate the artist, that sort of thing. Yeah. Mike Murillo said that was epic. We were cracking up and laughing. Yeah. That was a good video, Kevin. Catching your break off. Catching my break off. Not sure what that means. That was a great video, and the bus topped it off. Yeah, the bus was awesome. Actually, a friend posted a picture of that school bus pontoon parked up at the dock later that day, and so I was able to share a close-up picture of it on my Facebook page. I didn't fish this morning. There was a lot of rain and thunderstorms this morning, so I didn't do it. Yeah, Navionics is awesome. Let's see. Fog off. The fish you lost, and yeah, that was crazy, man. That was just nuts. I can't believe that. A new word on when any word on when they'll start. I don't know. So the local boat ramp near me is expanding their parking, which is awesome because if you get there on a Saturday after about 8 a.m., you're parking on the street. It's a really busy street. Yes, I troll and drift backwards. And actually I'm holding I wanted to do that video this weekend and then I just didn't feel like going out. But I'm going to get something that's going to make that video even better. I'm going to do a video about how I troll in my pontoon boat. And those of you who don't know what Muskrat Roger's asking is when I'm fishing in my pontoon boat, when I'm dragging baits, I'm going backwards. And I use my trolling motor and drift socks to keep me kind of on the path that I want to be on and keep the line straight out the front of the boat. So I'm going to be doing a video on that since there's been so much. I don't know which video it was, maybe the Kool-Aid video that I put out. I started getting tons of questions about going backwards in a pontoon. So if the people want to see it, then I'm going to do it. Yeah, Anna went walking this morning, and her walk turned into a run. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, she had COVID too, and she's running. I can barely get up. Catching your break off, retrieving your rig. Yeah, I got it now. So, yeah, this towel is made by Chucky Overy. He also makes a product called Bait Buddies. And what Bait Buddies are is a carabiner that hooks to your rod holder, and they're different colors. They have different color peg floats on them, and so it'll label, like if you're fishing with two different baits, or let's say I was fishing with 5 baits in that Kool-Aid video, you could have a different color float for each bait, so that when a fish hits it, you don't have to remember what you had on it. That Bait Buddy marks it. Brian said, I'll be doing backward drift coming this week and put me on the Monster T rod holders on the front platform. All right, cool. Katie Collins says she needs that towel. The guy's located right here where I live in South Carolina. He actually lives in a town called Goose Creek, and he'll ship them to you for $5. So, and he's super fast. Like I met him the next day, but he put up the link, and I shared it out, and I said, "Hey man, I'll take 10 of those." And so because I'm in driving distance, we met the very next day, and he already had all 10 of them made. Let me grab the other one. You're gonna really like the other one. So whoever wins the towel tonight, you can choose between the black or the white one. I like the white one the best, but the black one's probably better for a bait towel because, guts and stuff. All right, so who's ready to win a bait towel? Raise your hand if you're ready to win a bait towel. I'm just kidding. Let me go and open up my phone here. And how I'm going to do this, I'm not going to pick a number. I'm going to scroll through chat. And you have to be active in chat to win. So, Katie Collins said, me. Janice said, I hope I win. So if you're active in chat, that's how I'm going to give it away. So if you hadn't said anything, go ahead and do a thumbs up or whatever. And I'm going to do a random drawing from the chat. So I'll give it another 5 minutes so you guys can chime in. But do I have his address? Yeah, I got your address, Roger. But yeah, if you guys want your own towels, like they're really high quality. He makes it with heat transfer vinyl, and it's not difficult to work with, but it's time consuming, and especially to take someone's logo and have to separate it out with the different colors and everything. It's not the easiest thing to do. So to do it, number one, and then do it at a high quality and efficiently is awesome. And Chucky's just a real down home country guy, loves fishing. He wins a lot of the tournaments down here in our local tournament, on our local tournament group, I guess you can say, the Santee Lakes catfishing community. I'm not even sure what it stands for. Hey Ed, how you doing? But anyway, he catches a lot of big fish. He has a team called Set 'em and Net 'em, and he just fished in the Mid Carolina tournament that was down here on Santee last weekend, and I think he got the Big Fish Award. It was huge, big old nasty blue cat. A thing looked like it was 5 shades short of being pitch black. So yeah, man, that thing was awesome. Is Steve Douglas in the house? Is that what somebody said? Yeah. Oh. Hold on 1 second. You're gonna bark. Get out of here. Somebody. Well, hey, Steve. I didn't see you come in. If you're in here, welcome. Yeah, when somebody's honking the horn outside or they come up and lock their car, she goes crazy. So yeah, that's my dog Olive. Cool. Well, that's a first. Welcome, Steve Douglas, and welcome everybody that I hadn't said hello to. I know a lot of people are chiming in to win that towel, so I just kind of been looking the other way in chat. So hello. All right, so let's give away this towel. Y'all ready? Chunky said he's in the house. We all know Chunky's in here. So we got a white one and we got a black one. There it is. Boop, 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 boop. I'm only giving away one. So here we go. I'm going to scroll through. I'm going to look the other way. 1, 2, 3, stop. Janice DeMint, you just won a Palmetto Cats bait towel. Janice, let me know which one you want. If you want the white one or the black one, and I'll send it out there. Roger kind of spoke that into existence. He was like, do you have my address? So congratulations, Janice. You are the winner. I'm really excited about those towels. I wasn't planning on giving one away today just because I just got them. But, I kind of feel bad because we don't have a guest in here tonight. But, I still appreciate everyone coming in. We got 53 people in here. That's awesome. Thank you for coming in. And, if you're just coming in, unfortunately, Norm, Catfish Headhunters, he had to cancel at the last minute, and I don't have any kind of grudge against him or anything like that. For those of you who are wondering, Norm is an awesome guy. Norm is actually one of the people. Hey, Tiger Muskie in New Mexico, how you doing? He's actually one of the ones that texted me, and he said, "Hey man, I'll send you stuff on Amazon. Whatever you need, you let me know." And that was awesome. So that's just nice of him to do that. And Roger said, now I have to borrow her bait towel. That's good, Janice. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it makes you so happy. She said she's jumping up and down. Set and hook. When is Mark going to be on the show. Mark, catfish and crappie. I want to ask Mark to do it, but listen, Mark's a hot commodity, man. Everybody wants Mark on his show. VA Basser, how you doing? Avid's still in the house. Hey, Avid. Great show the other night, Avid. Great show. Fishing with a Squirrel. Kevin, how fast does that 90 Yamaha push your pontoon? I'm about to repower my boat. That's a good question. Well, with just me on it and no fishing gear at all, so just like safety gear, stuff that you have to have, it'll do about 25 or 26 miles an hour. And that's a 20-foot pontoon boat. Oh, she wants the black one. All right, cool. I'll send it to you. Now with me and fishing gear on it, it knocks it down a couple miles per hour. And then the most people I've ever had on the boat, I took it was 6 people total. It was me and a bunch of guys from church. And we went out fishing, and some of us are bigger. It did about 20. But that was 6 big dudes with a whole bunch of gear. We had the marine grill on there and hot dogs and a birthday cake, all kinds of stuff, man. So hope that answers your question. Let's see. Man, I hate that I miss Steve Douglas, the catfish dude's comment. I'll have to scroll back through and look at it later. That's cool. Steve is, for those of you who don't know, Steve is the reason I started doing YouTube. Like the reason. There was a bunch of people. Chris Flores was another one, and Luke from Cats and Carp, the big 3. But watching Steve's videos, I never knew that there was catfishing on YouTube before about 2 years ago. I'm not joking with you. And as somebody who grew up fishing all my life and watching YouTube a lot, forgive me that I didn't put 2 and 2 together, that, hey, if there's ways to fix your car, there's ways to fix your house and all that other kinds of stuff, there's got to be fishing on YouTube. I never really looked for it. And so, there was birthday cake. It was for Justin's birthday. That was that day. It actually wasn't birthday cake. It was birthday cake Debbie's, and we put a candle in it. That was a while. That was back in May though. But anyway, I was watching Steve, and I think Anna was sitting there on the couch, and I was like, holy crap. And I looked and I rewound it for her and looked so she can see the video. And he was just drifting down, I don't even know what river, maybe the Ohio or the Mississippi or something. And he was suspending rods right off the side of the boat. And when that rod hit and that tip of the rod went in, and Steve in that video and in every video, he was just so cool and calm. And he was like, look at that there. Look at that. Look at him go. We got one on that rod. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, would you get it? Get it. Get it. Get it. I'm freaking out for him on a video that was probably 2 or 3 years old already. And he's just sitting there. I think I'm going to pick up on it. And he goes over there and picks up on it. And it's like a 50-pound catfish. And anyway, I was like, man, that is awesome. I want to do that. I want to catch those fish. And then I want to film it too. So anyway, if I would have saw his comment earlier, I would have said that earlier, because I haven't ever had the chance to talk with Steve. But anyway, back up here. Yeah, I'm going to have Mark on the show if he'll accept. I've never asked him, but yeah, I really want him on the show. I want to put some breather time in there. There's so many live shows that for the viewers, for you all. I want to keep it interesting and not have people come back to back to back. That way you have something to look forward to, week to week. So I want to make sure that I get a variety of guests on here. And I do want to have Mark on there, because Mark has got some editing skills. He's got them up his sleeve, and he hadn't really thrown them out there full force yet, but it's coming. Did you get the correct prop? May want to go down and pitch. Yeah, somebody said that too. I'm going to check into that, Mr. Gadget. I didn't rat myself out. I need you to be my enforcer on the river, Betty Jean Cross. Oh, yeah, talking about that boat that came out. That was crazy. I just went to go scroll down, and then my thing went crazy again. Steve was the first one I saw as well. Yep. I'm with you, Kev. Me neither. Yep. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy that catfishing has been on YouTube for so long? And a lot of people are, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I don't feel as stupid now. But not that y'all are stupid, but I felt stupid not even searching. And I was like, you know, if you search for everything else, like you can search F-150 rocker arm replacement, and then there'll be 10 videos on it. There's got to be one with somebody catching catfish, right? Sean Bowen, your favorite month to fish Santee? I like fishing, and a lot of people are going to call me crazy, but I like fishing June and July. And I know that's during the spawn, but because of my job, I'm in education, I can fish during the weekdays, and I can go every single day during the weekday. And otherwise, like now I'm back to work, so I'm back on the weekends and long vacation, holidays, things like that. So that's the only reason I like fishing during the hot months. And I don't like the cold, but that would be my favorite, only because of timing. It's funny. I'm watching you tonight after listening to the podcast all day. Well, this will be a podcast too. I wish it would have had Norm on it. It would have been more interesting. But thank you again for everyone. I'm not going to mention it again, but I just want to thank everyone who's in there. There's 54 people in here, and you're in here just listening to me talk. So please come with the questions. Come with the questions. Yeah, grab the rod. Grab the rod. That's right, Gadget. What river does Betty fish? She can answer that. Y'all are teaming up on me over there, huh, Marilla? Here we go. Watching Steve catch them big fish made me a fisherman I am today. He taught a lot of people. And he's the main thing he taught me was time on the water. That's right. That's right. Good point, Palmetto. I'm not sure what the good point was. That's what I'm trying to keep up. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here. Just starting to watch Mark. What a cool cat. Yeah, he's really cool. And he's good at what he does. Like his editing skills are gonna blow everybody away. I guarantee you. You just watch. It's coming. It's coming. Let's see. It's starting to get marketed, and what's better by people like Betty and the rest of the gang. Okay. Just ballpark. What is your average size fish on Moultrie? There's a lot of small blue catfish on Moultrie, and what I mean by a lot, there's big fish on Moultrie and Marion. Santee Cooper is known for trophy blue catfish. However, I think it's more known for the plentiful bounty of small blue cats you can catch. You can go out there and you can catch 50 to 60 mid-range blue cats. And what I call mid-range is like 5 to 10 pounders all day long. And they just won't stop. When they start biting, and if you're fishing the right area and you have the bait they want, they'll nail you all day long. And if you're keeping them, you can fill up a freezer and you will not hurt the population. Some things that are hard to swallow sometimes because there's a bunch of fish camps up here on Santee is you'll be up at the landing or whatever, and there'll be a fishing party come in, and they'll have 20 to 30 cats sitting up there taking pictures with them. And some of them are pretty big, some of them are, over what most of us would probably throw back. But I mean, these guys are fishing like once. Like this is a one-time experience for them. They have matching shirts, and their company took them out as a bonding experience. And so, the guys up there are cleaning the fish for them, and they're taking them home to cook, and they'll probably never come out there again. But, sometimes you'll see them up there, and you'll see party after party come in with 20, 30 catfish, and they're just as plentiful as they are, were back then. There's a bunch of them. So I would say the average size catfish you're going to catch on Lake Moultrie, unless you're targeting giant ones, is probably 5 to 10 pounds. And you can catch those all day long. No doubt about that. Marketing and shared, I meant. Yeah. All right, Kevin, how far are you from Thomasville, North Carolina? I have no idea, Matthew. I have no idea. I know I'm about 3.5 hours from Charlotte, North Carolina, and about 5 hours from Andrews, North Carolina, if that helps you out. New PB by Skip Stewart yesterday, 45 pounds. Congratulations, Skip. I hadn't seen him in here today. There you go. Anna knows she's from North Carolina. Tiger Muskie in New Mexico. I just started putting out flatheads and blue cats on my channel. All right. Go check him out, yeah. Why do you think so? Here we go. Why do you think people are so infatuated with really heavy lines with breaking strengths that real drag won't hardly hold? There's a couple different theories to that, in my opinion. Number one, I think people, now that fishing is more prevalent, catfishing is more marketed, like Chad said, and now that there's more YouTube channels on it, there's a bunch of guys that are catching huge monster catfish, um, you know, on YouTube, and so they'll buy that line to match what they see caught. And I did the same thing. So when I first started my channel, I was fishing with 85-pound braid with a Penn Battle 2 spinning reel, or a Shakespeare on an ugly stick, and it couldn't handle it. And I actually ruined one of my reels with that heavy line. But what I've figured out is that the heavier line, like the braided lines that you're seeing used, a lot of people will use those lines when they're pulling fish out of like heavy cover, like tree branches or things, or in heavy current where they're putting a lot of strain on that line and they don't want it to stretch. I think that's where it comes from. As far as, just dragging baits across sand flats, I think your line should just fit where you're fishing. I fish with 30-pound Andy Monster line, and I've seen videos where people catch 70, 80-pound catfish with 30-pound test. I think it's more about your surroundings and less about the fish with the line. So that's just my 2 cents. I think definitely if you're fishing rocky areas, you need to be fishing monofilament because it's going to be more forgiving if you nick those rocks. If you're fishing trees and things where you need to get fish up quickly and you don't want any stretch, or you're fishing in high current where you're fishing for big fish and you don't want any stretch, you definitely need those bigger braided lines. I hope that answers your question. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing? Got any videoing advice? Getting the right video seems to elude me. Like yesterday, a 60-inch gar on an 80 yards of line comes out the water, and my GoPro video the sky. That just comes with experience. A lot of people have issues with that. It depends on what's important to you. If you just want to capture footage of what actually happened and you don't care about the quality as much, then just strap you to your chest and go. Some people like those videos. My couple recent videos, I've mixed it up. I put a chesty on. That way it's always pointed forward. And what I do is I just take my shirt and clean off the lens in between each fish just in case one hits it or some water gets on it. But I also have a secondary camera. If you're able to have a secondary camera, I put it up out of the way so I can get like a whole deck shot. And that's what I call kind of like my takedown camera. And it's always pointed in the same direction. And I don't ever mess with it unless I'm changing the battery or changing a card. So, that can be kind of like your backup. And I've had instances where a chest cam or a secondary camera has gone out or stopped recording, or unbeknownst to me, the heat had shut it down and all I had was the other camera, but I got the fish on with that one. So it takes practice. It takes, knowing the right mounts and having it in the right spot. And it also, you kind of have to look at what people, your watch time and how many people are actually watching your videos. What I've learned is people like a mixture of different camera angles. A lot of people, myself included, I don't really like just a one camera in the back watching the whole boat. You can't really hear the conversation unless they have a microphone, and then you don't really get to see the action up close. Some people like that. They like seeing everything. So you have to figure out what people like watching. And I've missed a ton of questions, so I'm just going to scroll down. Let's see. Speaking of flathead challenge, okay. How do you do those zoom ins on the strikes? Is it just a feature? It's just a crop feature with iMovie. It's called Ken Burns, the Ken Burns effect. And so you can start on a wide angle and then crop to the end of the clip where you want to go. And so by the time that crop comes in, I crop it to where the rod's hitting right as the camera gets tight in on the pole. So that's how I do it. Line depends on where you are and how you're fishing. That's right. I believe that 100%. I was wondering how you zoomed in on a takedown. Yep. It's called the mesmerized mic effect too. Just saying. What does that mean, Marilla? Hey guys, I got another giveaway. We're getting close to an hour. I'm gonna give away a sticker. I have one t-shirt print left, and I've already promised that t-shirt print to somebody. I just got to print the shirt and send it out. So I'm gonna be out of the prizes for t-shirts for a while. They're expensive to make. They're expensive to buy all the stuff right up front. So I'm probably going to stop giving away those t-shirts anyway, just because they cost so much to send out. But the stickers, I got plenty of those left. So I'm going to give away a sticker here in a minute. So if you haven't been in chat, go ahead and start chatting up. Any questions for me? Any questions about the boat? Yeah, I've been trying to get Anna to do short clips on her YouTube channel. I think a lot of people would like to watch it, but you got to like to do it. You really got to like to do it. I know Betty doesn't do any editing because she doesn't like to, but she likes to go live, so it works for her. So maybe there you go, honey. Maybe you should do live streams on your channel. I love those zoom in on the takedowns when it zooms in. I'm like, go, go, go. I'm going to trick you up next time. I'm going to zoom in on a rod, and it's not going to go down. Boat's still in the shop. Sorry to hear that. Guess you won't get to use that bait towel. Sticker me. Yeah, I like these stickers, and here's another. I don't keep any secrets, so if you guys have a question, especially those of you doing a YouTube channel, keep in mind now the advice is only as good as what you get. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not even to 1,000 subscribers yet. This is just stuff that works for me, that I think is working for me. So take it for what it's worth, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm a know-it-all or anything. You ask the question, I'll tell you how I'm doing it and where I get my stuff from, and if it helps you, then by all means, God bless you, and I hope it works out for you. But by no means am I a YouTube aficionado. I just watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of successful YouTubers. And then again, I watch a lot of stuff about making YouTube videos and how to make them better, and resources and things like that. And through weeding out those resources, I've come to find a few things that work for me. So that would be my biggest advice to you, is if you like what I'm doing and you want to know how to do it, go watch people like Peter McKinnon and shoot, now my mind's going blank. But any kind of just YouTube help channel, they'll help. Think Media, that's a good one. Think Media, go check that one out. These stickers I got from Sticker Mule, and you can buy like 100 of them for like, I don't know, $40, something like that, which is a great price. Like, yeah, I can't even make them myself, and I can make stickers. So go check that out, stickermule.com, and they're really good. They take a few days to get back to you with like customization, like right here on the bottom, but they're really they're really nice to work with. So go check them out. Now Janice wants a sticker. That's right, Cody. Find what works for you and stick with it. And I find a lot. Uh, I find a lot of good advice from people just asking them questions, and you'll be surprised about how many people will help you out. They'll help you out and they won't want anything in return. Now I do recommend you shouting them back out, like not that I need to, but like fishing and stuff. Keith reached out to me and gave me some advice on like thumbnail stuff, and so I put a lot more work into thumbnails. So every time I do a video that's inspired by him, or like the bait board video that I just did, I put his link in the description. And again, not that he needs it, because all of you probably already know who he is and follow him. But it's just my way of saying thank you. Just to help out, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, just ask questions. And if people don't want to answer you, then that's fine. There's your answer. That's your answer right there. So if people ask you, or if you ask somebody a question and they don't respond to you, don't take it personally. Just, move on. I've asked several YouTubers about stuff and they haven't gotten back with me, and I don't take it personally because they're busy, or they worked. There is a philosophy out there that I worked really hard to get this and I had to figure everything out on my own. Hey, no beef towards you. If that's your idea about it and that's how you feel, then go for it. Then do you boo. But I'm an educator, so I'm not really in competition with anybody. None of you are taking anything from me, and I don't want to be better than anybody else. I just want to be the best that I can be. So why not help out other people if they want it, if they ask me? One thing I won't do is give you advice that's unsolicited, though. So if you're wondering why I've never called you or texted you and you really want my advice, is because I'm nobody, so I'm not going to call you and give you advice on your channel. Do you make my slinky weights or buy them? I buy them right now. I do have materials to make them. I just have to get off my lazy butt and make them. All right, let's give away the sticker here. Everybody ready? All right, and 1, 2, 3, stop. I didn't click on a name. Let me try that again. Let's try 2. 1, 2, stop. Chesapeake Bay Catfishing. Chesapeake Bay Catfishing. You want a Palmetto Cats sticker. So find me on, message me on Instagram or Facebook, or you can send me an email at palmettocats@gmail.com. And I'll send you out a sticker. Janice, I'll send you out a sticker with your bait towel. Just because you got so excited that you want it, it kind of made me happy. And so you made my night. So I'm going to make yours and give you a sticker with your towel. But yeah, just a quick recap on the show. Again, we're supposed to have a catfish headhunter. So if you came in here looking for Norm, he had something come up, so we couldn't quite get him in here, and I didn't want to have a second weekend. Oh, by the way, last weekend I didn't have a show, and I thank you for those of you who sent me texts and emails and everything asking me, worried about it. Was I okay? So I was supposed to go to the Manning Grand Slam tournament. And I was going Saturday last weekend, and I was supposed to go there and win that and win all that money and, be top dog. I'm just kidding. No, but I was serious about it. I just gotten some cool, hey, half crazy. I was just about to, I just got some new reels in. Somebody had sent me some, new to me reels. I got some new rods in. I converted over to all, bait casters, and then I got this toolbox that I had made into a live well and painted it green. And I spent a lot of time welding the holes in it and spent a lot of time on it. And then I got COVID and I couldn't go to the tournament. So I didn't have a show planned last weekend. So that's why I didn't have a show on. It was because I was sick, but I was supposed to go live. I was planning on going live from the tournament and, doing that whole thing out there. I was supposed to fish with Brian from Flint Hill Catfishing and Ian from Quarantine Blues. We were going to have a great time and we were going to win all that money. No, I'm just kidding. But it was going to be a good time. But anyway, that's why I didn't have one last weekend. I didn't want to have 2 weekends without a show. And this ended up being great. So, God blesses us when we least expect it. And yeah, I'm getting better and, looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to fishing. I am going to make myself go fishing on Saturday. I hate fishing on Saturday, but like I said, I start back to work tomorrow, and the week's probably going to be super crazy and frustrating, and I'm going to need it. But I thank you for your prayers. Please continue to pray for me. Even if I'm not sick, I always need prayer. I'll always pray for you if you need prayer. If you ever need prayers, just email me. If you got my number, text me. If you got if you're on Facebook message me. Please continue to pray for my wife. She's going to be bored here for the next week or so because she can't go back to work. But anyway, thank you all for that. Congratulations to Janice. She's got herself a brand new Palmetto Cats towel. Don't forget to go check out Chucky Ouvery. He doesn't have like a professional site or anything. He just does it through Facebook. But you can check out the link that I shared to these towels on my Facebook page. Go check that out. And Janice, I'll send you a sticker. I don't know why you want me to sign it, but sure, I'll sign it for you. I want one signed by you, Janice. Send me a muskrat sticker signed by you. That's what I want. And then Chesapeake Bay Catfishing, a new sub here recently. I just want to thank you for coming to the channel. And here's you a sticker. Send me your address in an email or on Facebook, and I will get this out to you. Thank you for all of you that have come in. Just to recap again, if you haven't watched the video I posted yesterday, I'm on track to reach 1,000 subs by early September. I made a new bait board that I'm going to be giving away as just a thank you to everyone that has come in support over the past year. Actually, it's been since April. Actually, I started the channel back a year ago in January, but I didn't really do much with it. And then in March, April, I really got back into it and started doing it seriously. So thank you for all of those of you who have subscribed and watched. And I want to say something else. This may not be popular, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize. But I know Lyle can probably attest to this, and so can Chunky Cats and Steve, if he's still in here, and a bunch of you guys that have bigger channels. It's not always the best to get subscribers. You'll hear people say that subscribers are easy to get. Watch time is the hardest thing to get, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you straight up. If anybody ever asks me to subscribe to their channel to help them out, I'm going to help them out because they feel like that helps them out and that number goes up. But if I don't really like the content, let's say that somebody says, hey, subscribe to my car channel. I'm not a big car guy, but if they want me to subscribe because they need that number, I'm going to go help them out. I'm going to go click on it. All right, cool. But I'm probably not going to watch your videos, unless you're a really good friend of mine. I'll watch a few minutes of it or whatever, just to say, hey, I watched it. But if you're not putting out stuff that the subscriber that you just got likes to watch, then they're not helping you anymore. They're not. Because the other part of that to get monetized is you have to have 4,000 viewing hours. Okay. And so if you go back and you look at your analytics, you go back and look and you see subscriber count is going up, but your views don't match it, then you're doing something wrong. Stop going after the subscriber and go after the views. Um, that's just my piece of advice. Thankfully, my views and my subs are matched. So I'm close on both of them, and you can look at them and they'll correlate right next to each other. So that's tough to hear, and I'm sorry if it bothers people that I said that, but hey, I'm just trying to help out. I've seen a lot of that, all over YouTube. There's these sub for sub sites, or I clicked into a live stream the other day, and they're like, yeah, sub to this guy and sub to this guy, and they'll sub for you, and back and forth. And I was shaking my head. I was like, I'm never gonna watch that channel. So what's the point? And also another thing, if you haven't noticed, if you get bunch of subs, I think Catman dealt with this the other day, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying it. And I don't mind saying it because I'll watch his stuff. But if you get a bunch of subs through like a campaign or something, sometimes those people that come into live streams, not anybody in here, because everybody in here is like a regular or whatever, but you'll get people come into live streams for a sub, and they'll sub to you and you'll sub back. And then when they leave, they unsub from you. And so you'll see your account go down the next day. So anyway, that's just my little advice. I know there's a couple new people in here, like fresh new people, newer than me. And so that's something that maybe it'll help you out as you go down. Anyway, back to the point. I don't know how many. I think my watch hours are like 3,800. Like I'm close. I'm right there with the subs. So, I thank y'all for that. Because the people who are subbing are actually watching the video. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, the bait board, I'm going to be giving it away, and once I hit 1,000, I'll do a special live show. I'll try to keep it on Sunday night, so I don't bother anybody else's night. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to those comments on that video, and I'm going to have a comment picker, and that comment picker will randomize all the comments, and then I'll pick from that random picker will pick the winner. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to make sure that they have shared the video, and I'm going to make sure they're a subscriber. So let's say that, because Betty's really lucky, I'll use her as an example. Let's say Betty wins the table. And so I'll say, congratulations, Betty, you're a winner. Subsequent to me checking to make sure you're a subscriber and that you've shared the video. So if Betty's not a subscriber, then I'll come back and I'll do another live stream and we'll try to give it away again. If Betty hadn't shared the video, which I already know she is, that's why I'm saying Betty, she's already a sub and she's already shared it. Way to go, Betty. Good luck. Then I'll do it again. So to win the table, you have to comment on the video, you have to share the video, and you have to be a subscriber. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Let's see, Lyle, I'm going to mount that cutting board on my bait cooler. There you go. Betty can use whatever he wants, and he can. All right. Mystic Fallout. I'll do my best to come in and watch your live streams, but YouTube doesn't notify me all the time. That's weird. See, make sure you checked when you go check on the bell button, making sure that is a good idea, Chunky. Make sure that you hit all notifications. So that might be the problem. So Chunky Cat said it would be awesome if the winner is present during the live stream. Although I didn't make that a rule. But that would be awesome if they were present. I didn't make that a rule though, Chunky, but man, I wish I would have asked you before I put it up there. You could have given me that. All right, cool. So next weekend, we have another show coming up, Anybody know who's coming up next weekend? Michael Murillo does. YouTube doesn't notify you either. Yeah, make sure that you click on the bell. Click on the bell button, and there's personalized notifications, and then there's all notifications. If you click on all notifications, it will notify you that I've come live. Michael Murillo, who's coming live with me next weekend? Tell everybody who's coming live next weekend. I believe I have Catfish Ron next weekend. Catfish Ron, he is an editor for Catfish Now, Catfish Magazine. So he'll be coming live with me next weekend. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to learn a lot about Catfish Ron. I know he's been on Lyle's show. He's been on Catfish Weekly. And so, I don't know too much about him. So I'm going to have to do a lot of research, and we're going to get some good questions, and we're going to have a nice chat with him next weekend. So Chunky's going to do a 5,000 subscriber giveaway, y'all. Ooh, all right. Setting hooks. I used to get screwed up by not getting notified by Kevin. You just got to hit all. That's right. You got to hit all. Everybody right now, that's your project. That's your homework. Go hit the bell button and make sure you hit all notifications. Hey, JoJo G from Texas. What's up, man? How you been? Ron Presley. Yes, Catfish Ron is going to be on the show. If you, since I have this opportunity, if you haven't had the opportunity to go check out my podcast, all of the live streams that I've done, I've put on podcasts. So you can go listen to them at your leisure. They're free to listen to. I haven't put commercials in them yet. But go ahead and go check it out. Check out, I think you mean 5,000, don't you, Lyle? Not 500. Apple, they're on Apple Podcasts, and they're on Anchor. It's on Anchor Podcasts, and it's on Spotify. I believe you can find it anywhere. So if you're riding down the road and you just need something to listen to, you can check out my podcast. I think Catfish Weekly is also on there, and I know Dieter Melhorn has a podcast. Go check that out. Also, I've gotten a lot of questions about the gear that I use. If you go to any one of my videos, any one of my fishing videos, and you check in the description, I have links, Amazon links to everything that I use that Amazon sells in that description. And if you go click on those, it'll take you right to it. And if you buy from that link, then that helps me out. And I can get things like I need a new microphone. Or like last when I had Chat Cats on and Olive took down my ring light, I had to buy a new ring light. So anyway, you can check that out. Y'all make sure you're subbed to the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up before we go. I'm trying to think of anything else that I missed. Anything else, guys? Can you help me out, girls? Anything else? Any final questions before we go? Kind of a weird show tonight. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed just getting to talk to y'all and having you all ask questions. Thank you, Michael Murillo. He put the link up to Catfish Now. He also has a YouTube channel. Thank you for those of you who are joining via Facebook. I know there's not a lot of them, but thank you for joining in. All right, just a prayer. All right, y'all. So those of you who are new to the channel, every live stream we end with a prayer, and we thank God for everything. So here we go. Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you, Lord. I thank you for healing me. I thank you for healing Anna, Lord. I just pray that you would take care of all those that are hurting right now, suffering from COVID, Lord. But there's a different evil to that too, Lord. It brings you down. It really takes your motivation away. It takes your willpower away, Lord. And sometimes you can get down and depressed. And I've heard stories of people being depressed that have COVID because they can't ever get back to what they were, Lord. And I just pray for those. And Lord, I just pray for everyone in here tonight. And I just thank you for all those who lifted my name up and Anna's name up to you for healing. Thank you so much for that, Lord, it's a huge blessing. And I just want them to feel that from me and feel that from you, Lord, that it didn't go on deaf ears, that it meant something, and that they should continue to do that, not only for me and those around them and those that suffer from COVID, Lord, but for everyone. The power of prayer is awesome. And you made that so. And I just want to thank you for that, and encourage those people who maybe don't pray often to pray, and Lord, to really listen to what you have to say to them. Lord, I thank you for this platform where I can come on here and talk freely and not worry about being persecuted or someone knocking down my door and taking away my rights to speech. Lord, I thank you for this country that we live in, that we're able to exercise our rights and speak freely. Lord, I thank you for fishing and what it's done, what it's brought to my life and to those around me, those in this show, Lord, that they've come together and we've made friends, Lord, from across the country and across the world, Lord. It's fantastic, and I just thank you for that. And Lord, I thank you so much for everything you've done for me. I thank you for Jesus, the blood and the cross, that my Savior. I thank you for your forgiveness. It's in Jesus' name that I pray. Amen. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for everything that I've just said. Wow, it's been a good night. Thank you for coming in. And join me next week. Join me next week as we have Catfish Ron on. And please don't forget Chesapeake Bay and Janice. Make sure y'all send me your addresses so I can send these cool prizes to y'all. Thank you for everyone that came in. I really appreciate it. Until next time, everybody, happy fishing.